Cabbage can be grown on any soil, but for it to be best, it is recommended that you grow it on a sand with good compost. My name is Anyinam, and thanks for joining us on the Ghanaian Farmer channel. Wherever you find yourself, get interactive, share your views, send your questions with us. Now, I always encourage young people that no matter where you find yourself, if there's any available space that is not being put into use, find a strategic way to get extra source of income. I am so happy about this interview, even though we have sometime done a cabbage interview, but I'm doing this one again just to motivate and inspire you. The gentleman I'm about to chat with is Cabbages. He is a farm manager here at Flowcell. But today we are not here purposely just for the fish farm or the trainees, but we're here to chit-chat about how he's converted an acre or a quarter, it's not even an acre, it's quarter size of a plot into a vegetable farm. And guess what he's producing? Cabbage. They are looking so green, so fresh, so healthy. So I'm going to ask him, what was the inspiration? Apparently, he even studied diploma in general agriculture. I'm going for a quick break. When I come back, Francis is right here and I'll chit-chat with him. Stay tuned. Thanks for staying. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Ghanaian Farmer on Joy Prime Television. My name is Anyinam, but when you see me in town, call me Ghana's finest farmer. I'm going to teach you today how to make extra income if already you're working. Francis, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Yes. So it's been 2 years you started this initiative to produce cabbage using an abandoned space, all right, that is always filled with bush on your farm.
Yeah.
What made you have this idea?
When I arrived here in Flowcell Farm, I look around where to get a land to start something, to start either a vegetable farm or to go into cereal crops.
Okay.
When we went for the land, anytime we go for the land, people complain it's for this person. So I decided not to worry myself because land issues bring a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So I've been working here looking around. When I realized that this particular side of the farm, it just grows bushy.
Okay.
So only then they will employ people to come and then clear the place, pay them. So I thought about it and I look at the space and I realized I can do a vegetable farm here.
Okay.
That will fetch me something.
Right.
So I decided I asked permission from the landlord. Our boss.
Yes, the farm owner, the CEO of Flowcell.
Yeah, I asked permission from the manager, and then she gave me the permission.
The go ahead.
Go ahead to go to do whatever I wanted to do.
Okay. So when starting, you said you were watching the Ghanaian Farmer some time ago.
Yes.
Yes. So when starting, did you start straight with cabbage or you did something before you moved to cabbage?
Actually, I started with cucumber.
Cucumber?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did that do? And how many times did you actually produce the cucumber?
I produced it once.
Just once?
Just once.
Oh, how did it do? Did it do well?
You know, I'm managing the farm alone aside an extra work.
Okay.
So looking at the cucumber, it gives a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. And then, you know, I'm in a company where I'll have to work for 8 hours before coming back to my own work.
Okay.
So I decided to leave. I thought about cabbage, and I realized cabbage won't give me much trouble like the cucumber.
Okay.
So I decided to go into cabbage.
Okay. What kind of soil is good for producing cabbage?
Cabbage required well-drained soil, loam, and also clayed, but it should be manured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are good then.
So what variety of cabbage are we seated in? What variety is this?
This is Ozilos.
Ozilos?
Yeah.
Is it for commercial or small scale?
It's for commercial.
Commercial.
Usually it's in a small pack. But you can buy as much as 4 pack. 4 pack will be an acre.
Okay.
1 pack can serve a quarter of an acre.
Okay. So for you, you buy just 1 acre?
One pack.
One pack.
Yeah.
And then it serves the purpose
whole
of the...
place.
Okay. How much is that pack cost? I mean, is it a kilo? How is it packaged? In what size?
It's 20 gram.
20 grams.
20 gram.
Okay.
And it's 120 cedis.
120 cedis.
Yes.
All right. So we are trying to encourage young people to start no matter their budgets.
Okay.
Tell me, how much was your startup capital, and what did you use that money to buy?
1,000.
1,000 Ghana cedi.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the 1,000 Ghana cedi, it does not include the land. Remember, he's a farm manager here at one of the biggest fish farms we have in Ghana, Flowcell. So he works at Flowcell. Then he's asked permission to use this portion of the land to produce vegetable. So land is not part of the 1,000, please. Now, the 1,000 got you what? Seed, fertilizer, pesticide, and then labor.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So when you have these things in place, tell me what you do to the land. How do you go about the preparation of the land, the size of the bed, and then we'll go to the nursery part. What do you do? The land preparation. What do you do?
Usually, I get boys to till the land.
To weed it for you?
Yeah, weed it and also make the beds for me.
Okay.
After making the beds, the first time I show them how to make the beds.
Okay.
I make it in a way that when I water, the water don't leave the bed. It stays on the bed.
Okay.
And then be sucked by the land.
Right.
That's how I told them to do the beds for me.
So what would be the height of the bed? The cabbage is spreading, so you might not be able to see, but what would be the height?
This will be 15 centimeters. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, the nursery, I will take you to the nursery part where he does his nursery. When you purchase the seed, tell me what you do to the nursery, to get the nursery. What do you do? What's the process?
I prepare the medium I have to use for the seedling tray.
What goes into the medium?
The medium is cocoa peat with a humus.
Okay.
Humus. Sometimes I use compost. I decompose sawdust.
Right.
And then I mix it with the cocoa peat.
The normal sawdust we get from the carpenters.
Yeah.
With cocoa peat mixed together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I decompose it actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
For how long?
For 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
So ahead of time.
Yeah.
Before you even get the seed.
Yes.
And then you put it into what?
A seedling tray or a poly bag.
A poly bag.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go through this, after decomposing for 2 months, you fill it into small polythene bags.
Yes.
How much or how many of the seed do you drop into each bag?
1 seed.
1 seed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So when you put it inside and you leave it there, how long does it take before you start seeing the small plant shooting?
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah,
it starts shooting?
Yeah.
But until how long before you transplant?
It takes 1 month before I transplant.
4 weeks?
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Then it's ready?
It's ready.
For transplanting?
Yeah.
But in these 4 weeks, do you give it any fertilizer?
Yeah, I water it. Usually I use the green water from the pond.
So, the water around the tilapia?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you use normal pipe water?
Normal pipe water is just, it doesn't have any nutrients like that.
But the tilapia water, does it have any nutrients?
It has a lot of nutrients.
Which is good for watering your cabbages.
Yeah.
Hey, now I'm not sure if Vance is taking you commission. I'll come and be taking commission for the water. All right, so that's a tip for you. If you're going into cabbage farming and maybe, just maybe, you happen to have some fish farmers around you. Is it just tilapia or catfish water as well?
Catfish water.
Okay.
Also rich.
Yeah, so look for some fish farmers around you so that you can go and be taking that water. Anytime they are changing water in the pond, you just collect it and then come and water your cabbage. It gets a good nutrient. Yeah. So in a day, how often do you water the nursery before the 4 weeks and then you transplant? Is it weekly or daily, or how many times do you water them? Daily. At what time of the day do you water them?
Early in the morning, then late in the evening.
Early in the morning and late in the evening. Yeah. You water them. And you do that for the next 4 weeks.
Yes.
And then it's ready for transplanting.
Yeah. Actually, when they are 21 days, you have to harden them.
Okay.
So that I don't give them much water
anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I give once
a day.
In a day.
Okay.
And then leave the sun to them to have access to the sun.
Right.
And then I take the net
Off.
from them,
Okay.
so that the air will blow around them, so that
Right.
the stems will be
Harder.
stronger
Okay.
before they come to the fruit.
All right, so that make me ask you, why do we have the net? So viewers, I'll let you see. He's covered with some net. Why do you have the net covering it?
To prevent, now that they are very small, I don't want too much
Sunlight.
sunlight, and then air,
Okay. Okay.
because
Okay.
it might break the stem.
Right. Okay. All right, that's fine. So when you transplant it here, how many pieces fill this bed? How many? Are you able
These
to
beds,
count?
yeah, I've been counting. The beds are not uniform. Some are 54, some are 40, some are also 30.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So how many weeks are they going to be fully matured for harvesting?
It takes from the nursery is 3 months.
Okay.
When you take them from the nursery is 1 month,
Yeah.
and then the field is 2 months.
So in all, it is
3 months.
12 weeks.
Yeah, 12
And then
weeks.
it's ready for harvesting.
Yeah.
How many times do you harvest your cabbage?
Once.
Hey.
Once.
So you get the money from the market
Yeah.
only once?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Yeah, it's not like okra and pepper.
Yeah.
But
Just once.
that's why a lot of people that are going into pepper and then okra.
Right.
They don't like doing cabbage.
Of course.
Because they will tell you, I have an in-law who always, he's a farmer, he goes into okra. When we discuss about cabbage, he told me that cabbage is once.
The money is once.
When you harvest, you take the money once.
Then you
For
chop,
okra,
that's it.
every week, the
You
money
go and
will be
harvest.
coming.
All right. So Francis, when you do your transplanting into this bed, are there any more fertilizer that comes? Is there any more watering to be done before it matures? Take me the work that is also going here for the next 2 months you are waiting. What and what do you do? Early morning when we walked in, I saw you here busily doing some pruning and all that. Tell me some other things you do here.
Yeah. Weed control, watering, insecticide application,
Okay.
and also fertilizer application.
Okay. So how many times do you apply fertilizer before they are fully matured?
At day 14.
At day 14.
At day 14.
Okay.
When I transplant here,
Yes.
at day 14, I give them their first fertilizer.
Okay.
That helps them, that boosts their immune. Actually, cabbage fertilizers have to have a lot of calcium.
Okay.
So that their stems will be harder.
Right.
When you find yourself in an airy area, sometimes the air will just break their stem.
Okay.
So when the fertilizer is also good in calcium, then your cabbages
It hardens
it hardens them, they become strong.
Okay. So in all, how many times do you give this one fertilizer before you harvest? Twice? Twice. And then that's it.
That is it.
And how about the pesticide? What kind of pests attack it, and what kind of pesticide do you use to control it?
We have aphids, and then the worms.
Okay.
And then we have diamond back moth.
Right.
Yeah. Those insecticides are very dominant in cabbage production.
I see.
When you transplant, you have to always scout your farm.
Okay.
Go around the crops,
Right.
look at them, and see whether they are showing or not.
Okay.
If you see that they are showing, then you have to apply your insecticide.
Okay.
Also, it depends on the population. When you see one crop having that issue, you don't need to spray at once. But when you see that the population is high, then you have to come
quickly spray to control it.
Control them.
Okay. All right. So do you also water this matured ones with the water from the pond?
Yes.
Okay. So how many times do you give this ones water as well?
Actually, I give them in the evening. In the
Only
morning,
evening?
only evening. I don't give them in the morning.
Okay.
So in the evening, I do thorough watering.
Right. That will take them the whole night, even through the morning till evening again.
Yes.
Okay. Does cabbage like a lot of sunlight or a lot of rainfall? What kind of weather is very good for cabbage?
Cabbage requires 6 hours of sunlight.
Okay.
And then water.
Right. Okay. What have you learned as you've been doing this for 2 years? What tricks or what experience have you gained to share with a new farmer who would also watch your interview, get inspired, and want to go into cabbage farming? Any experiences?
There are a lot of experiences that I went through.
Okay.
The first batch of cabbage I did here were attacked by insects.
Whoa.
Were attacked by insects. Some part of
Okay.
it were attacked, and then controlling becomes problem.
Right.
So that particular side, I have to leave it or just harvest it for people that will just take. Even some of them, even if you take the outer layer, they attack it and then even to inside, so you can't even consume it.
Wow.
So I give it to my chicks.
Okay.
Mhm.
To enjoy.
To enjoy. Yeah.
All right.
Uh, Cabbages are insect-loving crops.
I see. Okay.
That is why most people don't like going into it
Mm.
because always 3 days, 4 days you have to control pests,
Mm.
and it also depends on the area you are cultivating it.
Okay.
There are some areas that the population of insects are high.
Mm.
When you find yourself in those areas going into cabbage, you suffer.
Mm.
You spray, and then the next day you see some of them still they are attacking.
Okay. You mean
No.
the insect they are strong,
Yeah.
so they don't even mind whatever
Yeah.
it is that you're doing.
There are some that even some that are not. The worst one is when rat and then this mouse they
Okay.
enter the farm.
You
They
are
can
finished.
eat the whole head.
Rat and mouse.
Yeah.
They will finish the whole thing.
They will
The
finish.
bulb, eh?
They eat
I
it
see.
a lot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So does it mean the choice of location is also very key?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Who do you sell your cabbage to? Is it restaurant? Is it choba? Is it market women? Who do you sell to?
Market women.
Market women.
Yeah.
How is the pricing like? How do you go about it? Do they come and tell you, Francis, today this is how much we are buying it in the market too? So you sell like that, or you do your pricing? How do you go about the
I do
pricing?
my pricing.
Okay.
Also, I call my colleagues, those that are going to cabbage,
Yeah.
and
To
ask
find
them
out.
to find out the new pricing. When they sell at 700, sometimes I say depending on your cabbage how
Okay.
it forms. When they are looking very good,
The
you can price
size.
it high, and then the size.
Okay. Okay.
You can price it high.
Right.
If you realize they are not looking that good, you have to reduce the price for them,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that they will also get something
Right.
from selling it.
Okay. So usually when you harvest this one, how many sacks? Do you sell it in sacks or in baskets? How do you
I sell it in sacks,
in sacks?
but this time around I count it for them. 90 pieces, depending on the size, is 600 cedi.
90 pieces.
90
Depending on the
pieces.
size.
Yeah.
It's going for 600.
600 cedi.
Is this the present price or that is previous price?
This is the present price.
Present price.
Mm.
And how many of that sack are you likely to get from? So it's from here all the way down there. All right. How many sacks are you likely to get?
10 sacks.
So let's do a 10, 600 times. That's about 6,000. Commission is the magic. Today, Francis, whether they like or I go take my commission.
Sometimes it's not all of them that do well.
I know.
So you have to reduce
I know.
the price.
You see how where he's taking me right now. Whether you try to dodge or not, I will still take my commission. But well done. So there is a constant market, right? Anytime it's ready, your women are ready to take it.
Yeah. Even
Okay.
they are even calling.
Okay,
to
they're
ask
already
even
calling.
whether
Okay.
it's ready or not.
Do you have plans of expanding what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, boss has given us another land
Okay.
beside the dam. So
Right.
I'm working on Sundays.
plan-
I'll usually go there on
Right.
Sundays
Okay.
to go and prepare the land. So I'm
Okay.
preparing the land bit by bit.
All right.
Then
Okay.
very soon we'll get the machines and
And
start
then
it
you
big
do the
time over there.
expansion. All right. So this is it. It's working, and there's a land around the pond. Okay, that is not being used for anything. It just produce long weeds. People will come and, weed. They still give them money to go. Now he's converted it into business. He's making money, and from the look of things, his boss or CEO has given him another land where they can expand. That's what I'm talking about. If you stay in Ghana now and you say I'm hungry or I don't have money, then you are not thinking. Or then you are just a lazy person. All right? He could have made the excuse of, I have a lot. Look, he has a lot of workers he has to supervise. At times when you come and they are harvesting, come and see Francis. He's so busy. But he still makes time wake up early to check on his plant and then continue working to ensure what is supposed to be done on the fish farm is also being done. Francis, we are finishing our interview. Is agriculture good? Is it something you encourage young people to get themselves involved in?
Agriculture is good.
Are you not shy of being a farmer?
How? Why should I be shy of being a farmer? When you ask me what work do I do, there was a time my son called me that, Daddy, my teacher is asking what work you do.
Yes.
Tell your teacher your father is a farmer. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Mm.
Francis Beje. Is that correct?
Francis Beje.
He is a manager at Flow Cell Fish Farm, and it's been 2 years since he spotted an abandoned place that grows grass only. He asked for permission, and today he's a successful vegetable farmer. Remember, he has diploma in general agriculture from his agri college, and he's making a lot of income from this. So I'm going to take Francis to walk me through some of the usual activity he does on early mornings. We'll go to where the nursery is to also have a look at it. And the pond, we'll show you the pond where he gets water to actually water his cabbages. But hey, this is it. If you're out there and you're looking for an opportunity, way to start making extra income, this is a great, great business idea. Thank you very much, Francis. Thank you very much for watching. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. Until then, it's a bye-bye for now. Thank you.